Jordan Fisher in the blue corner and Connor Hitchens in the red corner. Good start from Connor, nice solid leg kick and returned by Jordan Fisher there. Looks like a battle of leg kicks, but then all of a sudden we get Connor Hitchens goes for this takedown. Let's see whether he can work his top game. He's trapped in guard almost immediately. And you can see straight away Jordan Fisher trying to get control. Very active with those legs. He seems to be trying to creep those legs up. And a good guard work that, an active guard. But he's got to start isolating either the arms so that he can go for an armbar, maybe go for a choke. And Connor Hitchens very aggressive here on top, but he's still stuck in guard. Neither of these fighters really doing enough right at this moment to clinch this round. But there we go, a triangle position taken there. So Jordan Fisher chasing this triangle submission finish. It's in place. But he's still got to seal it. He's got to finish that submission. And he's holding it tight. Connor Hitchens not really defending at this stage, but he is holding it off. Jordan Fisher at a slightly odd angle. He's getting turned towards Hitchens' back. He's struggling to finish this, but just the attack will probably do enough to win in this round if it goes the distance on this. He really is working it. He may get it now if he can get back to his back. And there is the armbar transition available to him. He's really working on this submission. I think he's struggling to finish it. He just doesn't have the right position here. With Hitchens able to drive his left arm and create some space. Fisher needs to get back to his back. There you go, you could hear that from his corner. Well, Hitchens doing a great job with his defense. He's driving that knee down to the ground. It makes it very difficult to finish the submission. If he can pull that to his chest, sprawl out more, he should be able to break that position and work round towards the back. But it does leave him behind on the cards in this first round, I would think. And there we go. 10 seconds. 10 seconds and we're going to see the end of this round. And you've got to see that round going to Jordan Fisher. The end of that round, he was basically holding that submission. He was struggling to finish it. Connor Hitchens doing a good job of defending that with the knee grab. So here we are, we're at three-minute rounds for the amateur C-class bouts. So even though we're a round down here and Fisher clearly ahead on the cards, Connor Hitchens could come out and still win the next 2 rounds and take the big W home. And our lovely ring girls this evening, and this one in particular is Chelsea. She finally cracks a smile. Here we go, seconds away. So, second round here. Hitchens has got it all to play for. He's got to come out and win this round. Nice sign of respect for these two young lads. Hitchens needs to press the pace. He's the guy who's got to take this round. Nice kick then from Fisher. Hitchens threatening shots to the body, but he's not done anything. And Fisher returns one and finds his mark. Another kick in there. Fisher dictating the stand-up here. Hitchens going for the double leg takedown. He's managed to get it and get to side control. Needs to secure those hips, bring those hips out from the cage to get Jordan flat on his back. Good work, here we are. Conor Hitchens sat in the gap of the guard of Jordan Fisher. Let's see what Jordan Fisher's guard is like this time round. He was very active in the first round and he throws those legs up quite often. Good attacking guard game. And he had success with that in the first round. If he can replicate in the second round, it will put him ahead on the scorecards going into a third and final. And Hitchens needs to do something, he really does. He can't afford to lose this round. He can't really afford to get a draw out of the round. Well, Fisher holding the guard position, but really he wants to start attacking. He could steal this round on the cards if he starts putting some work in. Needs to start controlling his hip movement and start hunting for the submissions. Open the guard a little, take some risks. In the amateur C-class rules, there's no headshots on the ground, so you can afford to take some of those risks. And it has forced Hitchens into actually starting to do some work. He's trying to pass that guard, but he's been trapped into half guard now. And personally, I like half guard in both positions, but underneath, a lot of hip movement that you can do from half guard. Some nice sweeps that can get you back into a dominant position. And yes, nice. Fisher manages to re-guard. Difficult round to score though, this. Neither fighter really put anything in that would make the round definitively theirs. So it depends whether you see the takedown and the top game position of Conor Hitchens, or whether those submission attempts of Jordan Fisher ring true on the scorecards. So best case scenario for Conor Hitchens here is that it's a round apiece. Worst case scenario goes into the third round, down on both the first and the second. And I'm sure, knowing the experience from his corner, Steve Nightingale, he'll be telling me he needs to go out and win that third round. Oh, lovely ring girl. This one is Beck. So we're on to the third and final round of this opening bout of the evening. Little delay. Referee wants that water wiping up. Safety is obviously paramount, especially with fighters of this age. Here we go, third and final round. And Conor Hitchens has the most work to do here. He gets that takedown nice and quick. He needs to try and get to side control, and he needs to start mounting an offense. But he's got trapped in that guard of Jordan Fisher again, which has worked well for him in the first round and the second round. Jordan trying a version of rubber guard. It's failed though. Quite often, if you haven't got that rubber guard locked down, it can be smashed. And that's indeed what Hitchens done. Side control position, he needs to settle his weight down. And then he needs to start working for those submissions. He's got to go and do something impressive in this last round. In this last round, he can't afford for this to be a drawn round, really. He's got to make sure he wins it. And then it would all be on that pivotal second round. So he's top game position, but he's not really pursuing anything. Listening to his corner are trying to give him advice on what to do. Strikes from Mount onto the arms. You're never going to stop your opponent in amateur C-class rules with this, but you can use it to weaken the arms and start looking for submissions. He could have a mounted triangle if he works that leg through. He needs to start working for those submissions. The clock is ticking away here. He's almost through. He could get this triangle position. This mounted triangle can work effectively. But Fisher doing a good job of controlling that foot. There is a nifty Kimura he could do if he steps his left leg up, but he's got his right leg out. He's gone for the armbar. And the triangle. He's got a triangle. He's finished that fight. Great turnaround there for Conor Hitchens.